6-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the book. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On second down, it's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the 2-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2. Now you probably line up to kick the extra point.
Got it when it was Christmas time.
Now the Bears. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Well, the penalty takes them all the way back to the 12. You don't see many 2-point conversions that go in from the 12, do you?
No, you really don't, but in a strange way, it actually opens up the field.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Complete.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. This comeback journey has been unbelievable to watch unfold, and it's not finished just yet, partner.
Not even close, because this win, it locks up a playoff berth, and from the looks of it, this comeback story, it will be continuing well beyond just this season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Getting that win in Week 17 was nice, but the convincing loss in the wild card round brought me back down to earth, especially since I hadn't played great in a few weeks. Needless to say, I wasn't feeling too good about my end of the season debrief with Coach. Even though I had a feeling this might be coming, I was stunned when I heard the words come out of Coach's mouth. I don't even recall what I said, or if I said anything at all.
As best you can remember, what was going through your mind after that meeting?
I called my agent, and she started the negotiation process with...
Often what we see is that a division opponent who you play 2 times a year becomes a marquee rival. Which team was that for you?
There was already a very long and storied history between the two franchises. And then things escalated simply because of modern technology. The first thing that came up during media availability that week was the back and forth on social media. It seemed as if I had entered into the league's most talked about rivalry overnight. I didn't want to make this a bigger deal than it already was. At the end of the day, the only thing that mattered was my team coming out with a win on Sunday.
MOD.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the... And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well,
Charles, it's always contentious division rivalry. I'd say even a little spicier than we're used to. The well-documented war of words on social media between two of the top players on these teams. That has really added a layer of intrigue.
Well, we've never turned down a little extra zest to a game, have we? But you're absolutely right. The social media beef between these two stars, in a lot of ways, ridiculous, maybe even a little bit childish as most people would look at it. But it's also made this game one of the most talked about regular season matchups that you and I can remember. So I don't know that we're complaining. I know we also can't wait to see how it plays out on the field. And that's the thing to remember here. The one with the bragging rights will not be who gets the most likes or dislikes or whatever you want to put on social media, because I'm not as versed on it as I should be. But it really comes down to who wins the game today.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run.
And now they're going to fake it. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer. But that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. And we just this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Wentz. Going up top for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
He's back to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Philadelphia.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. This one coming down to the wire as we pick up the action in the final minute of regulation. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
It's been a great game, and we are not done yet. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, partner, this QB said that he was putting the war of words behind him. But do you think that that'll change now that his team is leaving the stadium with a W?
Well, you know.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go.
Time over grind, game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I could never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murk. At the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight. Set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin'. They told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother. I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts and the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to. Little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming.
me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this. Baby, I know what's coming. I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone. Boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action than no talk. I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
With stiff arms, spin move in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With stiff arms, spin move in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beasley. I've been grinding lately, it's my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Can't hold no bottle, rolls through the cracks. Spotlight on
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a
I thought things were behind us after the win in our first meeting. When I found out this dude was running his mouth. Even though I felt like it was foolish for him to be running his mouth again, I knew how respected he was in that locker room. So if he was feeling that bold, that meant his teammates were going to be ready to play on Sunday.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. After the touch. From the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
A gain of 20.
Well, folks, once again, the fireworks had begun to go off before the teams even entered the stadium for this one. You had some overactive fingers on social media, if you will, and that continued to make this one of the most public and personal feuds in the NFL.
And remember back in the day, if you got your comeuppance from starting something like this, if you talk trash and got beat previously, you didn't talk trash before the next game, but that's not the way of the world in the NFL nowadays. These guys continue to go after each other whether they win or lose. And the social media taunting, that continued this week, and lucky for us, we get a chance to see it play out on the field over the next 4 quarters.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now, this offense had some success moving the ball against this defense in their first meeting of the season. Do you see any reason why they wouldn't this week as well?
Well, from viewing their defense and watching how they've played, I don't see any reason why that couldn't continue this week. We know it's a very talented defense. They're capable of slowing down the best offenses in the league. I do think that the key to success, once again, is sticking with the game plan, doing what they do best, and not letting the contentious build-up to the game interfere with what they want to do, because what you can do is get caught up in all the extra stuff and not play your game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 1st down, Wentz. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Left side here to Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free.
To Miles Sanders.
This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover.
Recovered by the Giants.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
New York.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So simple math here. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, Just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've hit halftime here, and as we expected, looking at the clock, a very quick first half of play. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. From there, let's make the quick trip up the Parkway and check in on the Ravens at home in Baltimore. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mitchell Trubisky's looking good. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Todd Gurley has a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pinned their ear.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that stretches the lead to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. Touchdown, Giants.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Saquon Barkley, 43 yards. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Another run with Sanders. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eagles nothing.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. 5-2
To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. You know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 43 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go to Barkley again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up
and Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool.
Skipping some comments. Skipping some comments. Skipping.
I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant. Let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment. Energy up my body burning. My stomach keep up turning. Stop moving, I can't control it. All my life's perfect.
Play Dragon Ball.
They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm
Play
holding
Dragon
on,
Ball.
I
Play
can't be
Dragon Ball.
replaced.
Play Dragon Ball. Play Dragon Ball.
We on check.
Play Dragon Ball. Play Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. Play 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 Dragon Ball. Skipping some comments. Play Dragon Ball. 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 Mesh. 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 Mesh.
Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bearing a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't a bearing to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like the cheetah prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil.
Chupapi Munano. Chupapi Munano. Chupapi Munano. Chupapi Munano. Chupapi Munano. Chupapi Munano.
And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't want to bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another.
All right, man, eyes up, eyes up. Take a look at what we got here. Let's remember what we're running here, okay? This means you go first and you go second. Does that make sense? Make sure you don't mess this up, right? Can we please execute?
Aaron always running. Aaron always running. Aaron always running. Aaron always running. Gay station. Gay station. Gay station. Gay station. Gay station.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had.
Nice.
Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. Never take a loss, I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck, I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we young, looking back like where the love. So I keep low-key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets, struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash, but baby girl I play for keeps. Told my brother lately I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch them lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no limits to get all the fingers, the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my children.
I figured when Coach asked me if I could swing by his office, it had something to do with the injury news. Sure, life would be easier without him on the field, but your rivals tend to bring out the best of you. I was looking forward to getting the opportunity to go toe-to-toe with these guys again.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
Touchdown, New York.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Set to return it, here's Turner. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Eagles take over.
We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and his Philadelphia Eagle offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The ball carrier.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to...
As Sanders has it pumped free, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards.
The tackle made at the 40.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the
As we settle in and get ready to watch the next chapter of this storied NFL rivalry unfold, you've likely noticed the lack of pregame theatrics in comparison to what we were used to last season.
Yes, absolutely been noticeable because we haven't heard the noise leading into this game where these guys are going back and forth with each other. And maybe it's because there's an injury that sidelined the guy who did most of the yapping last year. But just because we haven't heard the war of words so far doesn't mean that these guys don't want to get at each other. The intensity of the rivalry is still there, and I know it'll be evident once they tee it up and kick it off. And don't forget, one notable defensive star.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Wentz will try again on second down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they drives.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that
where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Justin Rohrwasser.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York taking a look at the play. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make it a score of 14-7. Rohrwasser made the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Fielded right around the 8. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Their own 34-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A big play there. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Second and goal.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached the intermission. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for.
Goal 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They have... Three yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up third and
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Firing Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And bringing it out usually isn't the best decision, but he turned it into a good decision with what winds up being a terrific return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Fights free yet again. And he's got room. There he goes right side. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And a try for 2, unsuccessful.
Eagles 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
The quarterback sacked.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Giants.
On the run, it's Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. And now off to the races down the right side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 18-yard
line. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. O'Shane Ximines coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they'll be feeling pretty good heading into next week. A lot of confidence comes with a win over a division rival, especially when they had the edge in the season series last year.
That's for sure. And my hope is that we see this team healthy the next time these two meet up, though. Because even though the war of words, for a lot of people, they might think it's a little bit immature, you and I both love that dynamic. They were gritty, and they were getting after each other. We've missed the fireworks.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us.
Work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that way.
just like a transport. And I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan. Dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, how did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, rev on my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Ay, ay, go ahead, touch down like that. Touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down. Work the middle, 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 work the. Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10.
Now this was a game that had been circled on my calendar all year long. Going up against two legitimate defensive superstars in a rivalry game. If that kind of challenge doesn't get you up for a game, what will? I knew there was probably no right answer to this question. We were dealing with two all-pro caliber players, but I knew what my rival was going to bring to the table every time we stepped onto the field.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
49-yard line.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 13 carries, 61 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No score after one on EA Sports. Wynn's going to try and throw on third, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagle.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the Giants.
That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
I'm the best in the game.
He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback. Catch made by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall. Under pressure, they got him again. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll throw now on the final play. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play.
Eagles, nothing.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Set to kick off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And it's good to make it 14-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a second down run with Sanders. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. The tackle by O'Shane Zimenez. A gain of a yard. Brings up
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wentz dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
On the play. Recovered by the defense.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the #1 seed, but there is the matter of that perfect record, 14-0 right now. How might that change how they approach these next 2 games?
And I think what it does is it forces you to come together as a team. And
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Giants.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And it is now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On play action, it's Wentz. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. Third down here.
It's third down. And 10.
Again, it's Wentz. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
7-yard line.
Now it's Barkley. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Even a totally healthy defense could not make a difference in this one. That is 4 straight wins in this rivalry now.
Oh, I love how bold you went there, partner. I love how you put the prediction out there. But I tend to agree with you because, to me, these are 2 of the better teams in the conference, and I think it'd be fantastic if we could get another round between these 2 rivals in a must-win game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unmanaged land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could at the altar, we're talking about you brought to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, forcing the multitude. They be quick to accuse when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this and jungle, the top I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when that never be the same.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the NFC Championship game.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he returns this to the 22. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
In the stream.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the... It's a 1-yard. 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A 2-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Dallas Goedert.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Sanders.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Giants.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pushing the foul. Nothing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. Still going. Now he lost the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a team. Teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And believe it, it is the Cleveland Browns are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back. Skipping trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. A nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away down. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
And he's got it up and through. So they only needed ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown.
Skipping some comments. One. Comments. One.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this. Here's Turner. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
Skipping some comments.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Skipping some
and their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
One.
down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on second down. Wentz throwing.
Intended for Dallas Goedert. Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Recovered by the Giants.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants use... the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they've made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Their backs really against the wall now, and we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fumbled on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's third down. To throw is Wentz, and that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And take it right on the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Continuing to fight for more. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Well, at this point, I think it's safe to say that they have their rival's number.
Yeah, if that wasn't clear based on how the last 4 regular season meetings have gone, now with a playoff win today, we have conclusive proof of that, don't we? What I'm curious about is what this defense
EA Sports. Super Bowl 60.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl? And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Giants! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Giants.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
36-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Yeah, the Giants They're going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Browns, nothing.
So first and 10 now from the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well,
Charles, I don't think there's any question that this is the biggest moment for any one of these players in their professional career. Nothing else compares to the Super Bowl.
And there's no question about it. You're right. Nothing else compares to the Super Bowl. But I will say it's possible that we might see a bit of a letdown after such an emotionally charged win in the conference championship.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And it is now 21-0.
Is good.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now this throw caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lambert. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the penalty.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 in the Browns territory. So we've reached the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lucas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL. Which is truly a pass-first league.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Pass interference. Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
the shotgun. It's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. It's a foot race.
Lord have mercy.
The 40. Past the 20. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Giants.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The deep. Defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
32-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Throw left side complete. That's Lucas. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off near the 42. And he'll take it across the 8-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run with Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, But now this game is over.
And you cannot ask for a more fitting conclusion to a season than this one.
Not at all. Think about it. You knock out a division rival in the conference championship game, put a check mark down. Go on to win the Super Bowl, add another check mark.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the side, flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just gotta set, like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play.
So your rival shocked everyone and signed with you guys in the off-season. What did he bring to the team?
There was an adjustment period for everyone involved. The guys were skeptical it could work, but once they saw that him and I were cool, everybody bought in.
Midway through your career, you found yourself fighting to keep your starting position.
Yeah. Fortunately, I already had plenty. I can clearly remember the day Coach called me into his office to tell me they'd signed him. I couldn't shake this feeling there was more to this than what Coach was telling me. Now looking back, it should have been obvious to me what was about to happen. course, the signing came up at the next press conference, and the reporters' questions made me realize just how serious things were. I think we all knew that this was only the start of what was going to turn out to be a long battle. The next day, he made it very clear management was looking to replace me. Still, we had a job to do. No hard feelings, but plenty of tension. And it wasn't his fault, but I wasn't looking forward to spending the rest of the year defending my position.
You saw exactly what I saw here. Their offense has been talking smack about us all.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping.
I was under a lot of pressure to perform, and the media scrutinized every misstep, creating even more controversy. I had to be honest about what was not working, and I would have to redouble my efforts to make sure those issues would not become more serious later on.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Takes it at the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Giants.
Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the Opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Recovered by the Giants.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
You're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Winston's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
29-yard line.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 18 carries, 85 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
On 1st and 10, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And Winston lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were.
At this position of the field, your shots in the end zone, they weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline, there's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants.